first of all, thank you for joining. Due to the turn of events, thank you for joining online. So many of you have made it already. We are hoping that more will join. So we had to uh, take this online because of the warnings of the weather and some waterlogging issues in Chennai. So apologies to everyone for that, but thank you for making it online. And also, I'm afraid our co-organizers from Hull University have flown into Chennai and they are attending this from their hotel room. So uh, that's quite sad, but hopefully we can catch up, and catch up in person soon. Yeah. So hopefully we can have the tomorrow session in person. So we will send a I have been getting some queries about tomorrow, but we will send a confirmation by end of the day today. Yeah. So without further ado, I'll on behalf of the organizing team, I'm welcoming all of you to the workshop, first international workshop on responsible AI for healthcare and net zero. So I will now invite Professor Ravindran, head of Wadhwani School of Data Science and AI, and head of Department of Data Science and AI, Center for Responsible AI and RPC Desai at IIT Madras. He's also an INAE faculty fellow and Mindtree faculty fellow. Uh, and without further ado, I'll just invite Professor Ravi to give his opening remarks. Sir.
Great. Thank you, Gokul, for kicking it off. And I once again join Dhaval and Gokul in welcoming all of you to the workshop. And it's rather unfortunate. But the usual, the urban legend in Chennai is that as soon as we declare a closed holiday for all schools and offices in Chennai, the weather should improve. So therefore, we had to close institute today because we didn't want the bad weather to hit Chennai. So, but so it's actually getting to be sunny outside my office, but unfortunately, the campus is closed, and we couldn't get people to come in because then it becomes a safety issue when there are not enough support staff on campus. Having a large cohort come in for a conference becomes a safety issue, and so we couldn't do this in person. I sorry, but yeah, we have to work on part of the theme like tomorrow's workshop can potentially address all this global warming stuff, and so that we don't get all these heavy unseasonal cloud bursts rather than even rain, right? So we get like rain pouring in 2 days. In fact, the prediction was to receive one whole month's worth of rain in 3 days in Chennai, and therefore we really had to be careful about organizing the event in person. So there we are. So I think this is a very exciting event for us because we are responsible AI is a topic that is very close to my heart, and also something that is really of a great importance globally. All countries are now worried about the rapid adoption of AI and also the rapid development of capabilities of AI, and then are looking to see how we could use these AI systems in a more responsible manner and a safe manner, so that there is not significant social harm in the use of AI systems. And at IIT Madras and in many places, including the both UK and in India. So we believe that responsible AI should be handled, thought of in a sectoral fashion. It can't be something that sits in the ether. So we have to really think about responsible AI, responsible use of AI in different sectors, and given the expertise that is present at Hull and IT Madras, it made a lot of sense for us to have this workshop and on responsible AI for healthcare and for net zero. In both areas, we have significant expertise in at both universities. And IIT Madras has also had a long-standing collaboration going on with Hull University, and it made all the more sense for us to have this inaugural workshop with Hull. right? And I again thank all our collaborators from Hull who did the bulk of the weightlifting for getting this workshop going, and also made the trip all the way down to Chennai just to run into rough weather. But yeah, so whenever I go to the UK, I always get hit by rain. So we are just returning the compliment to you guys. Jokes apart. So I just wanted to quickly say a few words about our new Vadvani School of Data Science. It's not even a year old yet, so I'll talk a little bit about it a few minutes before I hand over to my co-host, Dhaval. Just give me 1 second. Will take about 5 minutes to run through this. So the Vadvani School of Data Science and AI is now it's been established at IIT Madras. So just to give a little bit of a background, at IITM, we have always viewed data science and AI as a very highly interdisciplinary fields, right? So it's not just the domain of the AI scientist or the computer science algorithmist people or just the statisticians who are working on the math and the theory behind AI, but it needs the involvement of a lot of domain experts, right? People who know how to use these AI tools in their domains, and the synergy between people trying to use AI and people who are developing AI is what is going to push the envelope, right, and allow us to advance further in building solutions using AI. So, with this motivation in mind, IITM has been doing multiple interdisciplinary initiatives, right, that have been launched since 2015 at least. Right, so where we have been starting various research centers, right, on different themes. Some focused on fundamental research, some focused on application areas, and also multiple innovative degree programs where people from different departments used to come together and teach those degree programs. And again, that was also launched in 2005. We had this interdisciplinary dual degree program in data science. It has been super successful. And so this all culminated in the launch of the Vadvani School of Data Science and AI earlier this year, Jan 30th, with a very generous endowment of about 110 crores given by one of our distinguished alumnus, Mr. Sunil Vadvani. That's him in the center there. And so this school now has faculty from multiple different departments. So we have like 16 full-time faculty members who are drawn from various branches. In fact, I jokingly say that more faculty have an undergraduate degree in aerospace engineering in this department than in computer science. So that's how interdisciplinary we are in terms of putting this together. And we also have a lot of associated affiliated faculty and adjunct faculty. So we have nearly about 50 plus people who are associated with the department in different capacities. So we have the overall research and teaching ecosystem is fairly vibrant. So the activities in the school, I would divide them under two headings. So one is on the teaching side of things, where we have launched a new undergraduate program in AI, right? Designing the curriculum completely from scratch. It's not like a computer science program with the AI flavor, but it's an AI program. As people keep talking about this everywhere, it's an AI first program. And then we also have a master's program in data science and AI, and then we have various research degrees which are focused on AI again. And there are a bunch of existing programs, both catering to the industry and as well as to our own students that the department is now taken over and is running. And on the research side, apart from the PhD programs, we also have multiple research centers that come under the Vadvani School of AI. So we have the Robert Bosch Center, which has been in operation the longest since, in some form or another, since 2015. And that works on both the fundamental research in AI, but also AI applied to engineering disciplines. And then we have IBSC, which is looking at AI and biosystems biology. And then we have the Center for Responsible AI, which is another reason. So IBSC and CRI are the places where you get the healthcare and the responsible AI piece from at IITM. And then we have AI for Bharat, which is one of the largest Indian language technology centers in the country, and possibly one of the most active in this space. We have a Walmart Center for Tech Excellence, which looks at AI for manufacturing. Then we have MINT, which is the Mobility and Intelligent Transportation Collective, which looks at AI in transportation. And very recently, I still don't have a logo for it, We have the Alpha Grep Laboratory for Quantitative Research, which is going to look at quant finance and other kind of fintech applications of AI. So that's a lot of research activities. I try just very quickly to tell you about some of these things that we do in terms of programs reaching out to the industry professionals. We have a like a web-enabled MTech, a part-time online MTech for in industrial AI, and then we have multiple master's programs. One that is for the IIT students. Then we have a joint MSc with the University of Birmingham in data science in UK, where people spend half their time in India, half the time in the UK. And we have an international master's program on data science, right? And then we also offer data science and AI degrees in the IIT Madras's Zanzibar campus. So fairly active teaching place. But we also have a lot of outreach that is happening. So happy to give more information if people are interested. But various kinds of courses, the ones at the top, right? The ones without the tour behind it, or about three-month courses, and the tours are short 2 week courses. I'll give you that. So the Wadhwani School of AI across its various centers and other activities have significant focus in healthcare, language technology, industry, and responsible AI. So I'll just talk about the two areas that are most relevant to today's event. So in healthcare, we have significant research that goes on in mother and child health. So one of our flagship projects is Garbini, which is a India-specific gestational age dating model. It turns out that fetal age is determined by some kind of formulae that was derived by studying U.S. babies in America, and so they significantly underestimate the age of Indian fetuses, and that gives rise to a lot of complications in further care in terms of predicting preterm risks and so on and so forth. So we have actually looked at coming up with our own models, which have been fairly successful, and now we are looking at a nationwide rollout of these things. So we have Department of Medical Sciences and Technology here, which is kind of very uniquely looking at a systems view of how the human body works. And then we also work very closely with many hospitals and clinicians, ranging from super specialities to more general government hospitals. And so we have access to a lot of data. And so we have a center of excellence in AI for healthcare that is coming up. And of course, like I already mentioned, we have a center for looking at AI in systems biology. And so a lot of expertise in this space, and this married to our work in responsible AI. So we have this the first of its kind center in India, Center for Responsible AI, where we look at various issues with regard to how you would develop, build, and deploy AI systems in a responsible manner, looking at making the systems transparent, safe, and also taking into account the impact on the society. Right. So our research spans the technical aspects, the policy aspects, and also the social impact aspects of AI. And we have put together a very broad coalition of researchers across the spectrum. Right. So we have academic institutions, we have industry, we have legal professionals, we work with the government, we work with civil society organizations. So where we truly believe that responsible AI is a cross-disciplinary collaboration. So yeah. So just basically recapping quickly. So teaching research, a lot of centers, a lot of exciting programs. We really love to get more of the participants get actively involved in some of the things that we do. Watch out for us. Look out for all the activities and other things we'll post on our webpage. And I'll now hand over to Professor Dhaval Thakker. What happened, Gokul? You had your finger
Yeah,
up?
I can introduce Professor Dhaval.
It's okay, okay, fine. I'm
Yeah.
not going to introduce Dhaval. Just quickly, just tell what Dhaval is going to talk about. So Dhaval will, talk about the genesis of why we are doing this workshop, and of course also about the opportunities at Hull, and then give you an introduction to the program today, right? And over to Gokul to pass on.
Yeah. Thank you, Ravi sir. I now invite Professor Dhaval. So Professor Dhaval Thakker is a professor of AI and Internet of Things at University of Bangalore. University of Hull. He has over 15 years of experience in teaching, research, and working on various industrial projects in various parts of European Union and UK. So, and I specifically thank him for helping us out with everything during the work, in part of organizing the workshop. And I thank him for sincerely thank him for flying all the way here from UK to him and his team. And it's just sad that you all have to sit in the hotel room today. But thank you, sir, for everything. And I'm inviting you now to brief the audience.
Gokul, can you let me know if you can see my screen?
Yes, I can see the browser now. Yes, now the slides are visible. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for that kind introduction, Ravi and Gokul. And let me just minimize this. Yeah. Okay. So I extend my also very warm welcome to everyone to the first international workshop on responsible AI. I've been already introduced, so I'm not going to talk a lot about me here. But the event is co-organized by IIT Madras and our university, which is University of Hull. So I just wanted to give a bit of background to the workshop. The IIT Madras and University of Hull have institutional partnership, which was formalized in 2023, a year ago. And workshop has been truly made possible by the support from both the institutes. When we started this partnership, we did a mapping of expertise and common research interest areas, which came down to responsible AI and net zero. And that's the two themes you see of this workshop as well. 9 delegates, as Gokul mentioned, 9 of us have traveled from Hull to Chennai. We belong to 3 different academic entities, and we are all, some way or other, taking part in the organization of this workshop. And I'll talk about this academic entities in my presentation as well. I think it's very important for us to remember where we started from, what was the motivation behind this workshop, and I've just pasted the motivation statement from the website here, which reads like: responsible AI efforts so far have been criticized to be Western focused and ignoring the unique context of developing and underdeveloped countries. So we are going to pitch, or at least think about, global South and global North and how we can work together in terms of responsible AI efforts as part of this workshop. And we believe that we are starting to provide a forum through this workshop to discuss these imbalances and try to bring researchers across the world to debate and present some cutting edge research to address this growing research area. I'll also take this opportunity to introduce Hull, City of Hull, and also the University of Hull as well. Let's see if I can move this. Potentially not. Hull is in Yorkshire, in the UK. Yorkshire is considered in God's own country, mainly because it contains many areas of outstanding beauty. It's halfway between London and Edinburgh, and since I'm in India, I'm going to take a cricket reference. We are 60 miles from the famous Headingley Stadium in Leeds. We have our own Humber Bridge, our own Golden Gate Bridge. You can see the image on the right-hand side, a beautiful, beautiful bridge. Hull was 2017 City of Culture. This is an initiative which is started by UK government after the success of Liverpool being the European City of Culture. I think it was in 2008, very, very successful in terms of further developing Liverpool. And this is something UK government is doing as it awards a city every 4 years as a city of culture. So that there would be a support for culture-led regeneration, and Hull's turn was in 2017. . 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017. 2017 In terms of the university, I think we are very proud that we are top 50 research intensive UK universities. In recent Times Higher Education World University ranking, we ranked between 401 and 500. Not many people know that Dr. Sarah Gilbert, who was the co-developer of AstraZeneca COVID vaccines, which she did at the Oxford University, is actually a University of Hull alumni. She did PhD at the university. The MP, William Wilberforce, UK MP, who devoted his life's work to abolish slavery in Britain, was born in Hull, and we have in his honor Wilberforce Institute, which carries his work tackling issues around modern day slavery. We also have, this is an amazing thing with any university to have a medical school. We have one with jointly with University of York. And also what influences in terms of the kind of research we are doing and why we have a net zero focus in AI for the second day of workshop is, we are quite, close to largest wind farm in the world, Hornsea 2. And you can see some of the facts about Hornsea 2 on the slide on the right hand side, and that makes us quite interested into researching into renewable energy and also offshore wind farms. This is our unique and key research strength, and I'll talk about a little bit about the doctoral center we have in this area in next slides. You can also see at the bottom of the slide at the footer many of the key focus research themes of the university, whether that's around climate change or promoting social justice, are quite in line with the ethos of this workshop, which we are trying to do with Madras. So I said there are three entities, and 9 of us traveled through these three entities, which belongs to the university. First is School of Computer Science. Believe it or not, just last Saturday, we celebrated 50th year anniversary of School of Computer Science in Hull. We are 50-year-old. In terms of our research excellence, UK has, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but UK has something called Research Excellence Framework, which is a critical exercise in academic research cycle. In the UK, it happens every 7 to 8 years. And one of the main parameters we are measured against is something called impact. And all the measurements around impact for this assessment are based on transformative applied research. So the research you have, how applied it is and what impact it has created for the economy, for the society, and so on. And we were ranked as a unit 26th overall in the UK. We have 6 active research groups, all the way from dependable intelligence systems, where we have international reputation, to responsible AI, which is we have growing interest and reputation in, but also all the way to AR, VR, and pedagogy as well. I'll briefly talk about some of the recent research project successes computer science had. In 2024, which is this year, we are partnered in a 5-year AppCirc National AI Hub on Edge AI, which is led by Newcastle with 9 other universities. And we are one of the hubs with 12 million pound grants from AppCirc. This is a £100 million investment from AppCirc in terms of boosting AI research in the UK. And there is a mission of the hub, which is on this slide. But what we're looking at is, when you talk about edge devices and bringing AI compute to the edge devices and edge computing environment, how can we protect the quality of data and quality of learning associated with AI algorithms when they are subjected to cyber disturbances in the edge computing environment? So that's the central mission of the hub, and we are in the first year of the 5-year project into this. We are also part of, so as a computer science school, we are also part of or been part of 2 center for doctoral training around the area of offshore wind energy. This is led by, actually, both of these CDTs are led by led by University of Hull with Durham and Newcastle and Sheffield and other partners. So first CDT, which was, I think, funded in 2018, and it's coming to end in 2025, I think. Already have trained close to 70 PhD students around offshore wind, energy, and environment. It was a £6 million funding, and before it came to end, we were again rewarded with relevant and related Center for Doctoral Training in Offshore Wind Energy, Sustainability and Resilience. Again, a similar sort of funding, £6.1 million. And we are looking to train 70 PhD students around this area. So I'll just briefly talk about responsible AI research at Hull, where computer science and other entities from the university are involved. It's as Ravi said, this is a pretty much interdisciplinary field. This triangle is very much inspired by Ravi's triangle, and we have slightly different take on that, but it's very much inspired by his work on this. So we look at explainability, where we are unique in the country that we're looking at one of the few research groups who are looking at neurosymbolic AI as a way to achieve human level explainability. And I'm also going to signpost colleagues or group members who are giving a talk in one of those 2 days. So watch out for Maniha Rani's talk today, where she's talking about neurosymbolic AI. But we also have a collaborator, Professor Amit Sheth, who is a leading authority in this area, delivering this evening's keynote. So please do tune in and stay on with us till then. The other area, which is around trustworthy aspects of responsible AI, we have in the university developed SafeML framework, which focuses on ensuring the safety and reliability of machine learning classifiers using statistical difference measures. This work is applied in many contexts. It's led by our colleague, Dr. Kurush Aslan Sefat, who is giving a talk of using SafeML framework, but in the context of large language model for wind farm maintenance tomorrow. So watch out for his talk. We are extending this work to federated learning on edge devices as well in the context of the Edge AI Hub, which I talked about in the previous slide. And we also have an EPSRC, an industry-funded project on AI assurance, which looks at the trustworthy aspects of AI as well. We were going to have a talk from David, who is just in the first year and very few weeks within his PhD, but unfortunately is not well. So we wouldn't have a talk from him, but this is an area we're working on. And third, but equally important aspect is around making AI equitable, where we look at socio-technical approaches, but also fairness, explainability. And here you can watch out for Kuniko Paxton's talk today after coffee, where she's looking at evaluating fairness and mitigation bias for skin color in machine learning. The second entity, which is being presented here in the workshop in terms of organizers and supporting the workshop, is Center for Excellence for Data Science and Artificial Intelligence and Modeling, DAME for short. DAME, as part of the university, was launched in 2022. It aims to deliver a step change in the provision of educational excellence, high quality research, and knowledge exchange with industry in the field of data science and AI. And what DAME has done exceedingly well and successfully is to bring in this sort of multidisciplinarity, which you can see, wide ranging of multidisciplinary expertise in the expertise map we have on the right-hand side. And we are very lucky that the director of DAME, Professor Kevin Pimblett, is with us, and he's part of the panel this afternoon. So do stay on for the panel where he's going to share some of the experience in AI, but also building this Center for Excellence as well. The other aspect I will mention around DAME is where they are part of this new center, which we are recently awarded by it's 11 million pound funding from National Institute for Health and Care Research, NIHR for short. to build a world-leading center to carry out essential research into addiction and mental health. And there is, with anything nowadays, there is an aspect of AI into this as well. And we have Dr. Will Jones with us in the panel this afternoon, and Will is part of a big team who has won this grant, and he's gonna, I'm sure, bring up how they are planning to use AI for such an important health research area. So again, that's part of the panel this afternoon. I think with that introduction to us, I would bring us back to the workshop in terms of the submissions to the workshop which we opened up. We got 35 submissions, 35 plus submissions. Each of the papers got 2 reviews, minimum 2 reviews, and all of them got 1 meta review. We accepted 9 full papers and invited 12 posters. And some of the full papers are also being exhibited at posters. We are hoping that tomorrow would be in person, and we have planned to display the posters in exhibition area. And we hope that kind of the program we have assembled with 3 keynotes, 11 invited talks, and 1 panel, we would be able to set an agenda for responsible AI for healthcare and net zero. So with this, on behalf of all the organizers, the workshop chairs, the track chairs, the web and publicity chairs, and local coordination chairs, I declare the workshop to be open, and let's have a stimulating workshop. Thank you very much. Okay, I think we are a little bit early, but that should not be a problem as long as Raghu is here. So I'll hand over to Ravi, to you, to introduce Raghu, and if we are ready for Raghu's talk. Thank you.
So I think I'll just take over.
So Raghu is here, but if one of the hosts can co-host.
Yeah, I'm on. Yes.